see Q sine 180 divided by P plus Q cos theta. Sine 180. Sine 180 is equal to sine 1 pi. Pi is equal to 180. Okay. Okay. So sine 180 is equal to 0. Only sine n pi is equal to 0. Where n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Sine n pi. Is acting in the direction of any of the vectors. Which vector? That means in this case, the vector with the resultant vector will be acting in the direction of the bigger one. Bigger one, right? First case, both are acting the same direction, theta is equal to 0. Other case, also the resultant vector is acting anti-parallel. These two vectors are anti-parallel. Anti-parallel, in that case, the resultant vector is acting along the direction of the bigger vector. So this is that condition. That also applied. So P minus Q and the resultant is obtained when the two vector quantities are added using special rules. One rule said that the other one is in the way of explanation, way of completion, right? The third thing is when theta is equal to 90 degree. When theta is equal to 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree means for R is equal to resultant magnitude of the vector R is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. If theta is equal to 90 degree, that means angle between the two vectors is 90 degree. That means like this. This is the situation. This is P and this is Q and this angle is equal to 90 degree, right? This is the situation. Then resultant will be is equal to vector R is equal to vector P plus vector Q, right? So when the two vectors are acting at an angle 90 degree, in this place 2P2 cos 90. But cos 90 is equal to 0. Cos 90 is equal to 0. So R becomes equal to 1. Then R is equal to square root of simply P square plus Q square you had, right? Cos 90 is equal to 0. 0 96, anything is equal to 0. Sin 90 is equal to 1. Right? Cos 90 is equal to 0. 0 into Q is equal to 0. Cancel. Right. Sin 90 is equal to 1. Therefore, tan alpha you will get as 3. Tan alpha. Therefore, tan alpha is equal to Q by P you will write. Or alpha is equal to tan inverse Q by P. So this is also the resultant magnitude of the two vectors. Am I correct? So this is the important thing. Okay. So that also done. Next, if the two vectors are equal in magnitude, that means the two vectors P and Q are whose magnitudes are same, then what will be the condition? That also we'll see. So that is this is what you call parallelogram of addition of vectors, explained very well. I think it is explained very well. You can go through this video many times and try to understand it. Right? I think I have said every word accurately, right? So again, always you will remember this R is equal to square of the magnitude. The magnitude of the resultant vector is equal to square of the magnitude of the first vector plus square of the magnitude of the second vector plus 2 into magnitude of the first vector to the magnitude of the second vector into cosine of the angle between two under root of that. Always remember that. And tan alpha is equal to 2 sin theta divided by p plus 2 cos theta. That also you have to remember. So if the two vectors are equal in magnitude, then it's P and Q are equal in magnitude. So in this place, what you can write? In place of P, let that be P only. In place of Q also, you will put P only. All the places where Q, you will put P. Or all the places where P is there, you will put Q. Because P and Q are equal in magnitude. Then what will happen? Then R is equal to square root of P square plus again P square plus 2 into P into cos theta. You will find. So this is equal to square root of P square again plus P square. That means 2P square. 2P square plus 2P square cos theta we can write. Okay. So so this a common factor is P square. P square when comes out of the root, then that becomes equal to P into square root of 2 can be taken outside. 1 plus cos theta also we can write. 1 plus cos. P square, and this is common factor in both the terms. So P square is there taken outside, that is P into root of what? 2 into 1 plus cos theta. But cos theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Cos theta I am writing here. Cos theta is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. This is a rule. Cos theta can be proved as equal to 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1. So this is necessarily P into square root of 2 into 1 plus 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1 also we can. Okay, this minus 1 and this plus 1 cancel. You will get this as equal to P into square root of 2 into 2 is equal to 4. 4 cos square theta by 2. 4 cos square theta by 2 you will write. 4 cos square theta by 2 root is equal to 2 cos theta by 2. Therefore, this is equal to P into 2 cos theta by 2 also we can. So 2P or this is equal to 2P cos theta by 2. So this is the resultant of the two vectors. Resultant of two vectors whose magnitudes are equal, because P is equal to Q, then this is the situation, right? So otherwise, suppose if Q is P is taken as Q, then you will get that is equal to 2Q cos theta by 2 you will get, because theta Q is equal to P. Then direction, how can we calculate the direction then? Direction, what is the formula for direction of a resultant vector in parallel of additional vectors? That is tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta divided by T plus Q cos theta. So write this relation, tan alpha is equal to tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta divided by P plus Q cos theta. So you will put in place of Q, you will put the value of P, because P and Q are same. So in this case, we are doing P sin theta divided by P plus P cos theta. P plus P cos theta. Am I correct? This is equal to P sin theta divided by P into 1 plus cos theta also be defined. This P and P cancel. Now I will put the rules of that. But sin theta is equal to, sin theta can be equal to 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. There is a proof for that, and divided by 1 plus cos theta, already you know, that is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1, right? This plus 1, minus 1 cancel, right? This 2 and 2 also cancel. 1 cos theta by 2 and this also cancel. What you will get? This is equal to sine theta by 2 divided by cos theta by 2 you will get. That is equal to tan theta by 2. That is tan alpha is equal to tan theta by 2. Therefore, alpha is equal to theta by 2. It's very simple. When two vectors 3 and 2 are same, right? Then whatever be the angle between the two vectors, then resultant vector will be acting along the middle. That means the diagonal will be middle. Suppose if it is 60 degree, then this direction, that is direction of resultant vector will be make an angle 30 degree with any of the vectors. Suppose these two vectors are make an angle 90 degree, then the resultant vector will make an angle 45 degree with any of the vectors. So this is about parallelogram of additional vectors. Many more problems also, numerical problems also we have to do in this topic, because vectors numerical problems are very, very important. Tomorrow I will come with another topic. Till then, bye bye. Thank you very much.